We're Paul and Tan, and we've spent a lot of our time out here. Remote coastlines, off-grid camps, and places where you're fully exposed to the elements. We've done a lot of travelling around Australia in our troopy. Our setup is built around simplicity, flexibility, and being able to handle whatever conditions are thrown at us, whether that's wind, rain, or long days exposed to the sun. Over time, we've learned that the gear you carry really matters. It's not about what looks good, it's about what actually works. That's where tiegear has really stood out for us. We've used their gear across some pretty harsh conditions and it's consistently held up, which is why it's now part of our must-have setup. So today, we're putting their new Awning sidewalls to the test. Now, in typical West Coast style here, this is the lunchtime wind, and the afternoon wind is usually considerably stronger. So we're just bracing for what potentially will happen. Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to do something a little bit different today because we wanted to share with you something that we are really excited about. We are going to show you something that adds another dimension to our setup. We've only set it up at home. We haven't actually used it in a camping situation yet, and today is the day where we're going to set up and show you.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, so as you may or may not know, we've been working with tiegear for a few years now, using their products, and we absolutely love them, as you know. We would highly recommend that you have a look at their products if you are into some really good gear for overlanding and camping. I'll put a link somewhere up here. And if you do decide, you can use our discount code, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. But today, this product is going to change the way we camp. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. So I had the option when we put this 270-degree awning on the troopy. We had the choice of being able to get some awning walls.
Yeah.
They're canvas, they're very heavy, they're really expensive as well.
Yeah.
And it just gets too hard to deal with that sort of stuff when you're traveling in a vehicle and you've got a limited amount of storage. So we never bothered.
No.
And you know, there are sometimes we get away without using them, but there are times when either the sun is belting in under the awning, or the wind or the rain or whatever makes it a little bit difficult to camp outside, which is really where you want to be. So tiegear recently released an awning wall.
It's called a shield.
It's called a shield. It's a very lightweight material, and they've designed it for caravans, and it has a 6mm and an 8mm sail track across the top of the awning or the sidewall that will slide into most caravan awning fittings. They don't work on 270-degree awnings.
Well.
Up until now. So we had a bit of a think about it, and we thought there has to be a way that we can make this work. So we got in touch with Nathan and Kelly at PM Canvas over here in WA. They've done a lot of stuff for us with dirty gear bags and all sorts of canvas bits and pieces. And, you know, what the guy can't make is not worth talking about, really.
Yeah.
They just make quality stuff. So we put our heads together and said, this is what we're trying to achieve. What do you think? What do you think we could do?
And this is with the tiegear shield we're talking about.
Yeah.
Working with that.
Yeah. So our awning, we might just pick it up and show you. our awning has zippers on here. Some awnings have Velcro, and Velcro would have been a lot easier, but ours comes with zippers. So what we've done is come up with this idea of sewing a Velcro strip onto the bottom of the zipper and having one made up for each of the sides. So all they do is
it's a bit hard to see because it's dark, but
so they zip into here.
Yeah.
And that's that. Now the thing with this awning is that every one of the sides is a different length. So it ranges from about 245 centimetres to about 255 centimetres. So it's only a variance of maybe 10 centimetres, but they're all different. So I needed to get 4 of those made up. So that's what that looks like. My zippers stitched on to a piece of Velcro, and he's numbered these for me here, so I know that this is number 3, so that goes on this one here. Because they're all different sizes, it was important to have them numbered. So that's the first part of it.
Oh, can I just mention, in relation to the shields just don't come in one size as well. Paul will probably talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. So we bought the shield that was 2.43, 2.43 metres.
So come around this side,
which is slightly smaller than the gap here. So it doesn't fill the entire part in, but it'll almost totally fill it in.
Yeah.
Then, nice bag, by the way.
Yes, always. Tiegear comes in great bags.
So there's 2 shields in this bag. What we've done is we've got 2.
Yeah.
We are never going to set up anywhere for a long time where we want to completely enclose this area. We just don't camp like that.
No.
So what we have decided is that if we had 2 of these, we could put them on any wall, and we can readily tear them off and move them to another part. So as the sun moves around, we can move these walls easily.
I will just want to add how easily Paul picked those up. They weigh practically nothing.
Yeah, there's no weight in them. They're very lightweight.
It's incredible.
Yeah. So stage 2, Nathan took these and cut off the sail track, because we don't have sail track in this awning, and we're never going to use them on anything with sail track. And he has stitched this Velcro seam all the way along the top, and then that simply Velcros onto there. So I will put those up and show you what it looks like. So just pop this one on. Helps if you're not a short ass like me.
Okay, part 1.
That's that bit. And these are just the tie down elastics and pegs that they recommend to use with them. So
Okay,
bring them in.
Let's give them a go. As you can see, the wind is up. we were trying to wait for the wind to drop, but it's not going to drop for the entire day, so we're just going to give it a go. Okay, we've just put up one of the shields on the back part of the troopy and secured it to the ground, and opened up one of the windows just to let a bit of air flow, because it's quite windy, so we didn't want too much strain on it. But it's perfect. You can actually feel it, even though it's mesh, it's still actually protecting the car. it's still blocking some of the wind, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
So just round the, just to show you, we've secured them with the tie downs that they gave us with the shield. It gives you so much privacy, protection and shade. We've decided to put it on the back. The sun's actually going to set in front of the Troopy tonight, but we've decided to put it on the back because the wind is coming in this direction, and when we're cooking at the back of the car tonight, we'll need protection from the wind. We are going to put the second one up, and we're going to put that. Do you want to show them where that one's going to go? The second one is going to go, oh, you can just...
Oh, yeah, just on the side.
On the long side here.
On that side,
so, as you can see also, we said that the shield wasn't quite as long as the side of the awning, so we've got a gap, which is fine. It allows for the airflow. We don't want to be blocked off completely. We just want to want to have some protection.
But the other thing is, because it's Velcro, I could have set it up 10 centimetres that way.
Yeah.
Or centred it and there'd only be a gap like that.
Yeah, so we put it the far side because that's where we're going to be cooking later. So that's one shield done.
You can, if you want to, you can run it straight down. Like if I'd put that up against the pole, I could have run it straight down, and then they've got these things on the inside.
Yep.
And you can run something around your legs and do it to that. But I prefer to have them sloped out, and
gives you more space on the inside.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't close it right in.
There's airflow under the bottom as well, which is good. Yeah. Otherwise, in our climate, it could be like a sauna. So
if I wasn't battling with the wind, I would have lined them up a bit better, but you get the gist.
Yeah, yep. Cool. With the walls up, you might feel a bit closed in, so opening the windows makes a huge difference. You can still get that protection from the wind, but enough airflow coming through to keep things comfortable. And it's all really simple, just loops and toggles to hold everything in place. One thing we've learned pretty quickly travelling like this is that no two camps are ever the same. Sometimes you're dealing with soft sand, other times it's hard packed ground, and the wind can change everything. That's where having the right gear makes a difference. Tiegear has a range of pegs to suit different conditions, plus elastic straps that make it really easy to secure your awning to trees or poles when you need to. The drill attachments are a bit of a game changer too. They just make setup quicker and easier. It all packs down neatly into mesh pouches, and we'll leave a link in the description if you want to have a look. How's that for much more livable space? As we said, we haven't put them out to block the sun, we've put them out to block the wind. But I guess if you wanted, you could have them all round, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. I don't ever see us needing any more than two. No. Really.
No, we definitely would not.
They don't take long to put up, and they're easy enough to move.
Yeah, and they're light.
Yeah, they've got little things in here, like little pockets that you can put stuff in. I really don't.
And little things up here
using it, but
hang lanterns on and lights and things like that. Yeah. But overall, we're really happy with them, and it's definitely something that is really simple that you could use on your existing setup.
The good thing is, I think a lot of 270-degree awnings, I might have mentioned it before, they come with Velcro already on here. Yeah. So you don't need to go through this first stage bit of getting a zipper modified.
Just got to get the Velcro put onto the
You just need Velcro stitched onto there. And if you know someone that can do a proper job, then why not?
And if you need to know someone that does a proper job, let us know, and we'll fill you in on the guy that's done ours. They're fantastic.
For the way we travel, chasing remote exposed camps, having a setup like this just makes life that little bit easier and more comfortable. It's simple, it works, and it gives us options depending on the conditions, which is exactly what you want when you're out here. Tiegear's products have been a solid part of our setup for a while now, and it's good to see it continuing to hold up in real conditions. Don't forget that you can use our code CROWDS for 10% off any order from Tiegear. If you've got any questions about the setup or how we're using it, just drop them below. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers!